Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Own Your Choices, Own Your Life. And today is just a quick episode that I wanted to jump in because it was on my heart and I wanted to share it today. And it is about knowing what your next step is and how do we break down those big goals. So many people, we set goals. We all set goals. Hopefully we do. We have periods in our time in our life where we don't set a ton of goals, or we can't even think big because we've literally forgot how to dream again. We did it when we were kids. Remember when you were kids and you were thinking about what you wanted to be when you grew up and what you wanted to do, and we always thought huge, big things. And then as adults come in, and we're raising kids, we're dealing with life, we're trying to just stay afloat half the time. Dreaming much past a next vacation is typically something that we just stop doing. We really stop doing. So then when we want to get on the bandwagon to make a change, we set this elaborate goal of what we want to achieve. And it's great, but what you really need to focus on is the action steps need to be the goals. The action steps are what will get you there. So if, for example, you wanted to lose, give you an example of a client. Say you want to lose 50 pounds in a year. And, so you're looking at that, let's just say the 8 to 12 pound average a month that a person is looking to lose. If you set that goal for the year, then you kind of go, okay, I've got a year from today, June 2018. But if you really, then maybe if you look at it and you think, okay, but this dessert doesn't matter today, or missing this workout doesn't matter today, because you're still thinking of June, a long ways away. But if you really break it down into months and weeks and look at it, that your actions that you do every day completely add up. Because then what happens is we set this goal so big that we can't achieve it. So within a week, maybe, sometimes we're like, okay, that's not going to happen. Or I'm going to fail at this again because I've tried so many times. So it gets easier to fail because that's what we know. That's what we know, is that we don't hit those goals. So what if we switch it and look at the action steps that you have to work towards? So if your goal is to lose 50 pounds in a year, then what kind of fitness level do you need to be doing? What kind of activity and commitment do you need to do? Is it, once a week going to cut it for an exercise program? No, it's not. Is it going to be 3 to 5 times a week consistently? Okay, where can I fit that in? Where can I schedule it? How do I schedule that? What do I do when something goes wrong and I can't make it work? What do I do then? What happens when I have barriers? Because you're going to have them. So you want to plan for those things in advance. You set that goal on the horizon, but really urging you to focus on the action steps that you need to take. So if I shift away a little bit from weight loss, and let's just say you want to talk about improving your own mindset, improving your own relationships, feeling better about yourself, getting yourself into a good positive headspace. Let's just say that those are some of the goals that you want to achieve. It's going to require putting good information into yourself every day. If I turn on Facebook, if I turn on the news, and I turn on all the things that are going wrong, that's where my brain is going to focus on. It doesn't mean you don't need to be informed, but I really encourage you to spend your time focusing on the things that you have control over. Stop giving all of your control to the things that you have no control over, and then not using any of the self-control with the things that you can personally control yourself. So if we want to improve our mindset, our headspace, then I would encourage you to, schedule things like meditation, schedule things like your workouts, your nutrition, water in there, sleep, all of those things that will contribute to you making an improvement in your mindset and in your space. Reading, journaling, any podcasts, any of those things that put good information in, because life will take and pull from you all day long. It's your job to put something back in. At the end of the day, it's your cup. It's not my cup. It's your cup. You have to put some information back in to help to build you back up again. And do you have to do this daily? I think you know the answer to that. You do, because life will take from you daily. So what do? You've got to fill that back in. You got to keep filling it back in. And you know what? You have to do it with some grace and some kindness and compassion towards yourself. Because as I say to my clients, every day you can wake up and I can eat the same thing as yesterday. I can sleep the same amount. I can take care of myself the same way. I could wake up today and feel like I can take on the world, or I can wake up today and feel like, God, I hope I make it through today. And that's just the nature of the beast. Some days are like that, and that's okay. You're human. There's nothing wrong with that. But give yourself some grace that, you know what, today is just going to be one of those days. Don't begrudge yourself. Don't be negative. Don't be hard on yourself. Look at it and go, okay, it's just one of those days. But don't let one of those days roll into 2 days, to 3 days, to a week, to a month, to 6 months, to a year, because that won't take you further forward. So to recap, if you really want to create change, it's great to set a goal, but focus on the action steps. And really, what do you need to know? You need to know what the next right step is. That's it. What's the next right choice that you should make? That will take you closer to your goals. What is the next action step that you can take that is a better choice? So if you want to improve your mindset and you really want to improve your headspace, meditating, sleeping, taking care of yourself, nutrition, all of those things, putting good information back in are important. If that is what is ultimately important to you, then don't spend hours watching CNN. Don't spend hours scrolling Facebook, comparing your life to someone else, because you are not taking yourself one step forward towards your goals. And that's ultimately what you're trying to do. It's just one more step today, one more step the next day. It will continue to take you closer and closer so that you at least start to carve out a direction of where you're going, because direction is everything. It is everything. You know which direction you're heading in, or are you standing still? So if you decide which direction you want to go in, make sure your choices, your decisions, your schedule, your life aligns with the direction that you want to go in. Because that's when you will be one step closer, and that's when you start to build some confidence that, you know what, I can do this because I'm focusing on the action steps. I'm focusing on what will take me one step further, and I'm giving myself some grace and some compassion and some self-love that I can get myself there, because you truly can. If you plan it out, you map it out, you take a look at those steps, and you make them work in your life, you will absolutely get there, and whatever there is. And when you do that, you will see that, you know what, I could do this. I did do this. I can do this, because you can. So I hope that that lands for you today, and I hope that that gives you some nuggets that you can use to get your life to that next level, that next goal that you're reaching towards, because you truly deserve it. When you do, and you reach that, and you get there, and you have those accomplishments, you are just showing others what is possible, okay? And we're just being that light for others to see what is possible. And that is something good to focus on and see and believe and feel. So let's continue to put some more good out in the world, and let's continue to make a difference and an impact with our own lives. So if that lands, please feel free to share it. And thank you so much for tuning in today for another episode of Own Your Choices, Own Your Life. I hope you have a fantastic day.